Hi folks, Florida Man here, a player on the Play Diplomacy website. Thought I would make this video AAR, or After Action Report, about game 138623, played on the Play Diplomacy website, also called PDL 1, Round 1, Number 1. This game was played as part of a series of games we arranged for some top players on the site. Historically, I have had trouble competing with these top players, so even though I've improved drastically over the last couple of years, I joined the series a bit nervously. Making matters worse, I was selected to play this game as Italy. I've never in my life successfully soloed a game as Italy, and it is by far my weakest country, so this definitely increased my nervousness. Still, I resolved that this would be the game in which I would turn things around. My record would change. Little did I know. Spring 1901. Quite naturally, I message everyone, trying to gauge their intentions and figure out how best to wrangle some concessions out of the necessary parties. Immediately, based on communication style, I recognize who the Turkish player is. I'm actually in another game with her at the time. She seems like a nice person, and she is rather ingratiating, but I know we will be at odds here because she's playing Turkey. I also have the sense that she's rather formidable. There are a lot of messages exchanged, and everyone's nice all over the map. But what I'm really angling for, unsuccessfully at this point, is an alliance with Russia. The most successful Italys I've ever seen have allied with Russia. My plan is to work with Russia and Austria to break into Turkey, then divide Austria with Russia. Then Russia and I hopefully sweep the map, leading to an Italian solo. That's the fantasy. The reality is, Russia and Turkey seem very committed to each other, and even Austria is just not that into me. Just judging by the tone of messages. France and I at least DMZ Piedmont, so there's something. First moves are exceedingly conventional, as I might expect from the very conventional Eastern Alliance structures. Although both Russia and Turkey have been urging me to turn on Austria, I don't take the bait. They're still pretending that they're not friendly to each other, so I distrust every single thing they say. Fall 1901. Turkey and Russia keep trying to work with me, and Turkey asks if I would like support into Greece. I deflect the requests and point out Austria would bounce the move. On the whole, it's a conventional season, though one that makes clear an Anglo-French alliance is going on in the west, with France supporting an English convoy into Belgium. This does not bode well. I try to turn England and France against each other through messages, but in a game at this level, their alliance is rock solid, at least until Germany is gone. At least Germany bounced Russia in Sweden for us. Austria, Germany, and I have been in central triple group messaging, so we did manage to at least accomplish something with diplomacy at this stage of the game. 1901 builds. Nothing noteworthy happens except France builds a fleet. What did I do to him? I hate playing Italy. Have I mentioned that I hate playing Italy? Give me literally any other power. Spring 1902. I had been discussing moving to Piedmont with Germany before, as a means to distract France from the fight with Germany, but now I have a reason to actually consider France an enemy and actually follow through. So I send a unit to Piedmont and another to Tyrrhenian Sea to engage with the French. Turkey remains friendly and offers me support again for a convoy into Greece. I inform Austria of this, and he and I gradually decide that I will accept the Turkish offer. At the same time, Austria achieves a lucky break against Russia, capturing Romania. Oddly, from my perspective, Turkey tries to attack Sevastopol, preventing Russia supporting Romania to hold if he'd wanted to. Fall 1902. I broker a three-power alliance between myself, Austria, and Russia to crush Turkey. Russia warns me that Turkey and Austria might be working together, but I dismiss the idea because it makes little sense to me. I don't know what Austria would have to gain from this, but to my great surprise, Austria supports Turkey into Greece, Turkey supports Austria into Romania, and Austria walks into my open back door, taking Venice. Turkey successfully flipping Austria was, from my perspective, the single major turning point of the game. Build 1902. I destroy the Piedmont army and rebuild in Rome. Spring 1903. I discuss ceasing hostilities with France and working with Russia against Austria-Turkey. Still, France advances in the Med and Turkey breaks into Romania. I try to point out to Austria that Turkey will soon try to expand through Austrian lands, but Turkey has her hooks in deep, it seems. Meanwhile, Germany is falling apart to my north. Much of the rest of the game will essentially be spent convincing England and France that I'm more valuable to them alive as a meat shield rather than dead. Fall 1903. With French help, I retake Venice, but France positions himself to easily take Tunisia, and Turkey makes further progress by capturing Ukraine. In the north, Germany is reduced to Berlin. Build 1903. I build an army to signal I'm mainly interested in fighting Austria. I warn France that England is getting worried about France as a potential threat, but France builds Fleet Marseille anyway. Spring 1904. France maintains an uneasy stance of not fighting me or Russia. Turkey brutally stabs Austria, making a new alliance with Russia. Turkey gets Sevastopol and Serbia, while Russia gets Budapest. England gets into position to attack France, as I've been expecting for a while. Fall 1904. This season, Austria doesn't enter any orders, and he also stops answering any of my messages for the rest of the game. I was trying to create an anti-Turkish coalition again, and Austria giving up on the game basically kills this effort. I would really love to hear what Austria was thinking at this point, but I'm guessing he was just thinking that it was over. France gets stabbed exactly as expected. Build 1904. Turkey prepares for naval warfare with me, even as we're supposedly discussing how to fight a possible English solo bid. 1905. War as usual occurs, but on the western side we try to form a coalition against Turkey. Russia seems to have joined a Turkish cult of some sort, for all of the independent thinking that appears to be going on there. Germany finally gets fully crushed, and we say our farewells. Spring 1906. England, France, and I work together to stop the Turkish advance. Fall 1906. England, France, and I are actually surprisingly successful. For a little while. I propose a draw. At this point, I'm just looking to be among the survivors. Spring 1907. France, England, and I uneasily work together. I am aware they could agree to eliminate me any time, probably without any consequence to their stalemate line. Then fall hits. My impressions after fall 1907. Oh my god, France has just sealed our doom. Turkey has somehow convinced him to commit suicide by attacking both me and England. I feel as though I must be playing against Hannibal Lecter here. I can't think of anyone else persuasive enough to get people to destroy themselves in this way. I send France a message, essentially reading him the riot act. France makes a bunch of lame excuses in response, and it just boils down to him incorrectly assessing the situation and believing he could improve his position without giving the game to Turkey. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's wrong. Spring 1908. After destroying my two armies, I try to reunite England and France, to defend the stalemate lines, and more importantly, me. France suggests Turkey may be a Care Bear, and I say that that's a total fantasy. Still, England and France stab each other as though there's no one else there, and Munich and Berlin fall to the enemy. Fall 1908. I try to bring the alliance back together to prevent our group suicide, but at this point, I'm not surprised that I get attacked again, and neither of my allies move as they were supposed to. I approve a draw that includes everyone but me because, well, the writing's on the wall. A very well-played game by Turkey, who just missed getting the solo. This is a scary, formidable player to watch. I hope you enjoyed this after-action report, and if so, I am linking in the description to this video to the after-action report link on the site so that you can see other players' impressions of what happened. If you like this, please check out more of the stuff on my channel, maybe like the video, and subscribe. And till next time, Florida Man out.